Announcement further expanding the group of people who are eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine.
Yeah, state health officials announcing it is now open to everyone in their 50s. News 8's Dan Klein joins us now. And Dan, this is the second expansion this week.
Yeah, first people 55 and up, and then this afternoon, just before the press conference, expanding it to those 50 and up. Health officials say it's a result of increased supply being made available, including about 54,000 doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Now, expanding to people in their 50s, as well as those with one of 5 risk factors like sickle cell disease or Down syndrome, makes the vaccine available to about 860,000 more Hoosiers. Health officials say this group of people are 30 times more likely to die and 4 times more likely to be hospitalized than those in their 20s. As for which vaccine is best, doctors say it's really impossible to compare because the Johnson & Johnson vaccine came out so much later when there were already variants present around the country.
Our recommendation to Hoosiers is to get whatever vaccine is available as soon as you are eligible to get it. We are in a race between the vaccine and the variants, and we want the vaccine to win.
Officials also announced they will be using an age-based approach for expanding eligibility again, this time allowing people in their 40s to get it. They're also working on determining what other risk factors might be included in this group. While they're not sure when this will happen, they're hopeful that this could happen in the next 2 to 4 weeks. Reporting in the studio, Dan Klein, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and be sure to follow us on Facebook.
Dan, thank you. Teachers still not on the state's list to get the vaccine, but President Biden says he will use federal authority to vaccinate all teachers by the end of the month. That means teachers in Indiana not in the current age eligibility bracket will only be able to get the vaccine at certain locations and won't be able to use the state's one-shot website to register. ITMate's Richard Essex explains.
The governor's age-based vaccination program will open the door to vaccinations for 50% of all Indiana teachers by the middle of this month. The federal government is stepping in to speed up the process. Currently, 1/5 of all Indiana teachers are eligible for the vaccine, which is not enough to get the schools open and the kids back into school full time. The president of the Indiana State Teachers Association, Keith Kimball, says it is time for the governor to take action.
There were issues that we've raised that we still continue to stand by, and that is the need to get our students back to a more stable learning environment, which also helps our working parents.
The details of the new vaccination plan coming from the federal government are still being worked out. Dr. Weaver, the state's chief medical officer, said teachers can find federal vaccination locations on the state's vaccination website, but they will have to sign up on a different site.
We're still learning more information about exactly how this is going to work for teachers here in Indiana. So our federal pharmacy partners, or the federal pharmacy partners in Indiana right now are Kroger, Meijer, and Walmart, do have their own sign-up systems. They are still on our maps.
When the state of Indiana developed the vaccination program last fall, teachers were considered essential, right alongside police and firefighters. Somewhere along the line, the state changed course.
And that's why you've heard from educators on a regular basis about this issue. And we believe that it's important. You see from the action of the president yesterday that he believes it's important for us to be vaccinated as well.
The governor said the state will continue with the age-based vaccine program and not use vocation as an eligibility factor to get the vaccine. The supply of the vaccine is still steady, but slow. In Indianapolis, Richard Essex, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Richard, thank you. So here's what teachers need to know to get vaccinated. They must go to Kroger, Meijer, or Walmart, and they must use the company's websites to register. As of right now, we're told those companies are just now updating their website. So if you're having trouble getting registered, the Indiana State Teachers Association urges you to keep trying.
Meanwhile, several dozen superintendents in northeastern Indiana joining the call to cancel remaining iLearn testing. 39 educators signed a letter and sent it over to the governor. Indiana Education Secretary Katie Jenner, House Speaker Todd Houston, and State Senate Pro Tem Roderick Bray. The letter points out difficulties with hybrid learning and high quarantine rates. This follows similar concerns already made by Marion and Hamilton County school leaders. Well, orange has been wiped off the state health department's map showing the risk of coronavirus spread. The latest version of the map released today has 41 counties in yellow. All remaining counties, including Marion County, are in blue, which is the lowest risk level.
And a new report shows a significant drop in coronavirus cases in nursing homes. This is according to the American Healthcare Association and the National Center for Assisted Living. Those groups found an 82% drop in new cases compared to last year's peak. That's the lowest level since the government started tracing weekly cases.
Meanwhile, the Senate just made a big change to President Biden's coronavirus relief plan. Fewer families will now get a $1,400 stimulus check. President Biden agreed with Senate Democrats to tighten the upper income limits. Now people who make more than $80,000 a year and families who earn more than $160,000 a year will not get a check. Moderates also want to trim weekly jobless payments from $400 to $300 a week, but the White House says the president not willing to give that up.
What he has been firm on is that the package needs to be large enough to meet the scope of the twin crises we're facing, COVID and the economic downturn.
Democrats hope to send the final package to President Biden by March 14th. We'll keep it posted. Hey, join us tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, for a News 8 special presentation, Overcoming COVID. We've invited experts from across the state to join us for an in-depth conversation focusing on vaccines, mental health, education, and the economy. We won't be spending the hour talking about everything that's happened over the last year, but instead we'll talk about what's happening right now and what we can expect in the coming weeks and months. Join us for Overcoming COVID tomorrow at 6 o'clock right here on Wish TV.